What if I told you that the smartphone in your pocket, the computer on your desk, and even the artificial intelligence revolution happening right now all exist because of one brilliant mind who died tragically at just 41 years old? Most people think computer science just evolved naturally. They imagine teams of engineers slowly building better machines over decades. But here's the truth that'll blow your mind. Nearly everything we call modern computing can be traced back to the revolutionary ideas of one man, Alan Turing. Before Turing, machines could only do exactly what they were built for. A calculator could calculate, a typewriter could type. But imagine a world where every single task required a completely different machine. That was reality in the 1930s, and it seemed impossible to change. But Turing had a breakthrough that changed everything. He realized that instead of building different machines for different tasks, you could create one universal machine that could simulate any other machine simply by following different sets of instructions. This became known as the Turing machine, and it's the foundation of every computer you've ever used. Here's how Turing's revolutionary approach works in 5 game-changing steps. Step 1. Universal computation. Turing proved that any problem that can be solved by an algorithm can be solved by his universal machine. Why does this matter? Because it meant one device could do infinite tasks. The benefit? Instead of needing thousands of specialized machines, humanity could build one type of machine that adapts to any challenge. Step 2. The stored program concept. Turing realized that instructions themselves could be treated as data and stored in memory. The science behind this is beautiful. If programs are just data, then programs can modify other programs, or even modify themselves. The outcome? This single insight made modern software possible. Every app, every operating system, every video game exists because of this principle. Step 3. Artificial intelligence framework. In 1950, Turing asked the ultimate question: can machines think? He created the famous Turing Test, where a machine passes if a human can't tell they're talking to a computer rather than another person. Why this works? It shifted the focus from what is intelligence to what does intelligence look like in practice. The specific benefit? This gave us a concrete goal for AI development that we're still pursuing today. Step 4. Breaking the unbreakable code. During World War II, Turing led the team that cracked the Nazi Enigma machine, which was considered mathematically impossible to break. His approach combined mathematics, engineering, and pure creative thinking. The psychology here is fascinating. While others saw an unbreakable code, Turing saw patterns and weaknesses. The result? This work shortened the war by an estimated 2 years and saved countless lives. Step 5. Biological computing vision. Turing didn't just think about mechanical computers. He explored how biological systems process information and even predicted that machines would one day learn and evolve like living organisms. The science backing this up? He understood that information processing follows similar patterns, whether it happens in silicon chips or brain neurons. Today's benefit? This vision directly led to machine learning and neural networks. Now, I'll be honest. When I first heard about Turing's impact, I was skeptical. How could one person's ideas from the 1930s and 40s still be relevant today? But then I started paying attention to the technology around me. After just 1 week of noticing Turing's influence everywhere, the results were mind-blowing. Every time I used my phone's voice assistant, I was experiencing his AI framework. Every time I opened an app, I was benefiting from his stored program concept. Every secure website I visited was protected by cryptography principles he helped establish. People started asking me why I suddenly seemed so fascinated by the technology we use every day. Here's what I want you to do. For the next 7 days, whenever you use any digital device, take just 5 seconds to remember Alan Turing. Notice how his universal machine concept lets your smartphone be a camera, calculator, communicator, and entertainment system all in one. Recognize his stored program principle every time software updates automatically. Appreciate his AI vision when you talk to Siri or Alexa. This simple awareness practice will completely transform how you see technology. You'll go from being a passive consumer to understanding the elegant principles that make our digital world possible. Remember this: every technological revolution starts with one person willing to imagine what others think is impossible. Alan Turing didn't just invent concepts, he invented the future we're living in right now. And understanding his brilliance might just inspire you to imagine what's next.